Hey everyone, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where last time, I believe we went back to Gridania to work on Conjure level 20. Today we're back in Thanalan, because today is Sunday, so it is a side questing episode. We have a bunch of side quests to do. We have two over here in the Vesper Bay area. We have one in Central Thanalan, which I wish I had actually done a few episodes ago, but it wasn't quite available yet. And then we have a whole bunch in Eastern Thanalan over at Camp Drybone, so let's just get started right away. First off, there is one thing with Glamours that we didn't learn about, because you need to be a disciple of the Hand, I believe, so a crafter, of at least level 15 to do this. Sphere Game wants you to learn how to craft glamour prisms. This is something I was talking about in the glamour episode. Wasn't sure how to unlock it, apparently it was just right there already. Thanks to yours truly, you have a basic understanding of glamours, yes? I also understand that you're no stranger to crafting this and that by yourself. It so happens these skills can be applied to a singular cause. Would you be interested in helping to bring more glamour to the world? By that, I mean learning to make glamour prisms, either for personal use or to aid the aesthetically underprivileged. I'll explain everything in due course, but there is something I need to prepare beforehand. Bring me some Othardian orange juice in the meantime, would you? Just ask Folkland, same as last time. Well, staring at me isn't gonna get that orange juice poured any quicker. Hurry up, would you? You are just allergic to getting your own drinks, aren't you? Seriously, it is raining. It's not that hot out. It's not that dry out. Sphere Game still got you running errands then, and she wants Othardian orange juice this time. 12 preserve. Well, here it is. I think she and I need to have a little chat about her tab. This order alone costs more than some of our big drinking regulars spend in a whole night. Ugh. Well, thankfully it's not me who's paying the tab. Also, you may want to go talk to Folkland. You're in trouble. You have my drink, I take it? I do indeed. Now that's what I call orange juice. Eastern oranges have a bitter kick that truly invigorates the soul. Ahem, all that jumping around almost made it go down the wrong way. Anyway, before we begin, I have a confession to make. To be perfectly frank, my expensive tastes in orange juice have to be paid for somehow. While my intentions are sincere, my reasons for helping you are not entirely altruistic. Pass this letter to Goobbue the merchant, and he'll allow you to browse his Glamour Prism recipe tomes. If you buy any of them, he'll give me a cut of the profits. You'll have the knowledge you seek, and I'll have the money for orange juice. What could be more piquant? Okay, so I'm pretty sure I'm getting conned at this point. Well, I will also send word to my associate Whiskered in Revenant's Toll, which is an area we will not be getting to for a long time, but keep that area's name in mind. We have a similar arrangement, and I'm sure you'll find his prices just as fair as Goobbue's. You should start with Goobbue though, since his stall's right there by the Pissed Paste. Once you've read one of those books, you'll be able to make the prisms yourself and share the glory of glamours with the masses. Alright then, let's go learn how to actually craft glamour prisms for ourselves. I sense you come in pursuit of true elegance. And is that a letter of introduction peeking from your pocket? May I see it? Indeed, I have a letter for you. So you are Sphere Game's protege, and you wish to produce glamour prisms? A noble endeavor. My selection of tomes, reserved for only the most deserving, are yours to peruse. Alright then, we get a clear prism out of you. We may now purchase master crafting tomes from Goobbue as well as Tataroga in Mordona. By using the tomes, you can learn the recipes within. Well then, let's go ahead and take a look. So, first off, very important set of items. The Emperor's new items, the Emperor's new clothing, is a reference, of course, to the real-world tale. Any of these can be used. How to explain? It's not hard to explain. Words just aren't coming to me. Basically, any of these can be used in glamours. They're equipment with exactly no stats on them. almost exactly no stats on them. The only real special thing about them is they are effectively nothing. Basically, you use these in a glamour plate or in a glamour, and it looks like you're not wearing anything on whatever part of the body these are for. So I'm just going to go ahead and buy... Yeah, it's fine. We'll buy one of each. Just go through, make sure we have all of the Emperor's new clothing. Well, I'll end up putting it in the glamour dresser, probably off screen. And yeah, that should be good. Do I need 2 Emperor's New Rings to get both hands? And it's cheap, we'll get a second. No, I'll hold off until I know for sure. But yeah, we can use these in glamours and make it look like whatever part of the body we want has actually no clothing on whatsoever, while we are actually secretly wearing something. Next up down here we have a bunch of Master Tome books. Basically, one for each of the crafters, which allows our crafters, if they are level 15 or higher, to learn to craft glamour prisms themselves. So I'm going to buy one of each, of course, because we want all of our crafters to be capable of this wonderful technique. And let's learn about it. You have obtained a master recipe book. To learn the advanced recipes contained within, simply use the book in your inventory. The recipes will then appear under the master category of your crafting log. Alright, let's go ahead and use those up real quick. My god, is my inventory full. Carpenter can now make glamour prisms. Blacksmith. And we can go through the rest easy. There we go. And now, let's see. How do we actually go ahead and make our glamour prisms? Well, if we move over to the other recipe... If we move over to the other recipes for master... There we go. So it looks like, if we look at our master recipes, look at the other category. To make a glamour prism as an alchemist, we need a clear prism and 2 growth formula gamma. To make it as a weaver, we need 2 undyed velveteen. As a leather worker, 2 toad leather. As a goldsmith, 2 silver ingots, but you see the general pattern. 2 of some rather mid-level, about level 15 material, along with a clear prism, will make us a glamour prism. And it seems like it's just culinarians that can't actually make glamour prisms, which I suppose that makes sense. There's no there's none for... Alright, fair enough. So yeah, if we ever need to go ahead and make some glamour prisms in order to make more glamours for if we somehow run out, we can just come over here, buy a bunch of clear prisms, and then craft them ourselves. Very lovely. Alright, now that's out of the way, finally. I haven't actually done that before, so kind of stumbled a little bit. Apologies. It should all make sense. Let's see. Next up, I'm going to play as Pugilist for our next set of side quests. And our first quest we're going to be doing, well, first side quest that isn't like major feature unlocks, is from Tatafu. Following a trying sea voyage, Tatafu could use an adventure, a mop, and a bath, in that order. Well, this is a pretty kettle of fish. You'd think Rogadon would be too damn big to get seasick. I don't think that's how that works. Oh, adventure! Yes, you there. Looking for work perchance? Name's Tatafu. I'm a merchant just back from Limsa no Minsa, and I'm in a spot of trouble. Hired this big lug to make the deliveries, but what I got instead are a couple of chum pails badly in need of emptying. Can't let that stop me, though. Natalie the Fisher out in Crescent Cove needs what I've got, and though this upchucking good-for-nothing will be up and about by tomorrow, Natalie isn't like to stand the wait. Okay, so you can't make the delivery, we'll do it instead. We are heading out to Crescent Cove, just out to the east, and then to the south. An area I don't believe we've actually been to before, so it'll be good to head over there and check it out. Also, while we're running, I'm going to take a look at our spirit bond. Anything ready for extraction? Not looking... Maybe almost with the brand new ring that's getting ever closer. Still, no. Eventually we'll be able to pull out a lot more combat materia. Anyways, heading on to the south down here instead of heading east towards Horizon. Not a lie, there you are. I bring a delivery for you. He isn't here yet. Should be, but isn't. Don't worry, I got both of your sacks. You've got my delivery. You've got it. This sack's got some heft to it. It sure does. And it should too, being full of soil. What will I do with this soil? Put it on the ground, that's what. The littler bag you gave me is filled with seeds. It's time for some farming. Calamity's done made the fish stay away from these waters, so if we don't farm, we don't eat. But there I go running my mouth and near forgetting the business. Got the gill for Tatafu right here. Tell her I'm much obliged. You know there's plenty of soil on the ground already, and things are growing here. You just need to find things that will grow in this area naturally and take care of the soil so that it doesn't all run off. Oh well, they'll figure it out eventually, I hope. Alright, let's get on back to Tatafu, deliver the payment, and then we can move on to Central Thanalin for the last available quest in the entire game there, because most of the side quests in Central Thanalin are only available if you start in Thanalin. Yeah, at some point I'm going to go back through, make a couple of alt accounts, and show off the opening chapters for starting in Gridania and in Thanalin. I've done Gridania myself on my very first account, and I've seen a little bit of the opening in Thanalin, but I haven't gone through it entirely, and I do want to show those off. Swiftly done. Was the fisher satisfied with his bits of land? He was indeed. The payment, is it? I guess he was satisfied. Thank you, let's see here. Yan, Tan, Tether, that's everything. Can't rightly say I feel easy in my mind about this. Fishers have little enough gill as is without squandering it on Linosian dirt. Yeah, that's what I thought. Though what do I know, eh? The farmer in Limbs I got it from said it'll give the cove's thin soil the boost it needs. So hey, maybe they'll at least have a fighting chance. Gotta have hope, right? Here, that's some leftover seeds for you. If you come into a bit of land in one of those adventurer districts, go on and set up a vegetable patch or two. Oh, nice! Some seeds so we can grow our own plants if we ever happen to pick up a house where we can grow some crops, because gardening is a thing you can do in the player housing. Alright then, I will meet you over in Central Thanalin. Alright, back at the bonfire where we learned about Materia. There is one quest for us that was not available on our first trip here, so Kokosamu, what do you have to teach us about Materia? In preparation for this quest, I did remove all of the materia from my gear, so no materia is equipped, it's all in my inventory. I also made sure to go through and extract any materia that was ready through Spirit Bond, which was mostly on my blacksmith gear, I believe. So basically all of my crafter gear. Anyways, Kokosamu would share news of his master's latest advance in the arcane art of materia manipulation. Riddle me this, friend. Have you ever found yourself in the unfortunate situation where your pockets were near to bursting with all manner of materia, save for the sorts you wanted the most? Well, I have, and I tell you, it felt like I'd brought a sack full of fishing poles to a gold mine. Now I ask you, what if there were a way to melt down a couple pieces of materia that weren't availing you not, and mold them into a shiny new piece that, Namiya willin', might strike your fancy? This most handy procedure is something we like to call shifty making. Rather, that's what Master Mutamix calls it. Miss L5 coined the term transmutation, which I'm hoping might find favor with adventurers like yourself. How's it all work, you ask? I could tell you, but why ask the student when you can learn from the master? You'll find Mutamix right over there, likely jumping out of his boots looking to trade tongue flaps about his discovery. So, a way to recycle old materia into new materia. That sounds exciting. Psh, shgah. Uplander seeks knowings of shifty making, yes? Then Uplander should make open ears to tongue flaps of Mutamix. Process of shifty making is of big help use. First be taking 5 need not materia, yes? Melty mix this one, melty mix, mixy melt that one, squeeze and squash, then big eyes. 5 need not are reborn as one shiny new. Shkoh, but shifty making is not simple like crafty making. Knowings of shifty making are much and many, and Uplander's brain case, though big for Uplander, is small. Uplander need not be making worry face. If Uplander has many need not materia, then bring them to 10th ring. Mutamix will shifty make for Uplander. So we can't do it ourselves, but we can bring materia to Mutamix. Any 5 pieces of unwanted materia, and he'll turn them into a single new piece for us. Materia transmutation remains an inexact science. As for what manner of materia will emerge each time Mutamix works his wonders, not even the goblin genius himself can say. But it is a way to at least try. No, I didn't need to ask that. I wanted to actually transmute. So let's see, are there any 5 that I want to have transmuted? We've got a whole bunch of Craftsman's Command Materia 1. We've got 5 in fact, which just increase our control by 1. Not the greatest in the world, it's not bad for sure, but... let's see. Nope, no, I want to go all 5. Let's see what happens if we transmute all 5. Mixy melt, melty mix, squash and squeeze and squash. Oh, Jesus! Big eyes, 5 need not are reborn as 1. Shifty making is exciting chance game, yes? Even Mutamix has no knowings of what reborn material will be. Does Uplander's heart not be all flutter dance? Alright, what did we get out of that? Quick arm. Fair enough. Alright, I won't say no to it. I've needed more combat materia. So yeah, no, just a nice little way to recycle old material you don't really need and hopefully get something new. Seems like the new material will be about the same rank as the old materia though. I don't fully understand how the whole process works. Hi, Amalja! Didn't expect to see you here. But yeah, initial impressions though make it seem too particularly useful, except for maybe just if you have a massive pile of materia that you don't need. But the fact that combining 5 doesn't create a higher rank materia does leave me a little bit skeptical of its value. Maybe as we proceed, we'll start to see like higher odds of higher rank materia appearing. But anyways, our last set of side quests we're taking care of today are really. Okay, fine. Last set of side quests today are going to take us out to Camp Drybone, so I will meet you over there. I'm surprised the Chocobo Porter won't let us go there. Alright, arriving at Camp Drybone, we have a whole bunch of quests for us to do. Several are in the level 24 range, and several are in the level 17 to 20 range. We're going to be doing the side quests that are in the level 17 to 20 range, and we'll save those level 24 side quests, which I believe are all up this way. Yeah, we're gonna save those for later. There's a particular point in the main story where I think it'd be better to do those. So starting off, we have from Tutusi, a dying wish. Tutusi of Camp Drybone needs someone to fetch some Myotragus sirloins. Are you come to grieve, miss? Have you lost someone dear? Ah, I see, simply another fair adventure come to our outpost. Well, in that case, I have an adventure for you. What say you make for the plains to the east and carve me up 5 cuts of sirloin from some Myotragus nannies? We're tending to a wounded man at the inn who is close to death. We would like nothing more than to give him a feast of nice, juicy Myotragus sirloins for what might well be his last meal. Once you have the sirloins, take them directly to Sister Zozoru at the inn. Oh, that's a really kind gesture, actually. Of course I'll help with that. If there's only so much you can do. Excuse me a moment. Apologies for that, I am back. Something important came up. Alright then. Mythragus nannies. We've got plenty of you hanging out around here, so this will be nice and easy. Start with a meditation so we can get that... Oh god, what ability was it? Oh, it's just directly into Steel Thief. Sorry, it's been a moment since I, did Pugilist. And there's so many classes to keep track of. Alright, so we just need to fight 5 Mythragus nannies. Let's go ahead and use Twin Snakes. We don't really need to use our Steel Peak, do we? There we go. Okay, 2 more. We are punching so hard. These nannies are just going right down. It probably helps that I did put on a few bits of materia. I just re-equipped any materia I'd taken off for the materia transmutation side quests. Ended up with 2 direct hit rate, 1 critical hit rate. I could have sworn I had 1 more. There we go. Quick arm, skill speed +1. It's not much, but I imagine that's helping at least somewhat. Okay, that should be all 5, so let's go deliver the sirloins. Hopefully before that man passes away. I really don't want him to have to miss out on a good last meal. If there's nothing else the doctors can do, then yeah, at the very least make the end of life something to enjoy. Okay, so they said go directly into the inn, so we don't need to report back to the one who gave us the quest. Quit to you too, Chocobo. I hope you're doing alright. And it's one of these rooms? Back room? Back room. Hello, Zozoru. How's... Oh. Oh. Please, lower your voice. What business brings you? I, brought the last meal? My Mythragus sirloins. I take it Tutusia sent you. Thank you for your efforts, my friend. But I fear you are too late. The man for whom these steaks were meant succumbed to his wounds just moments ago. Fuck. Pray do not despair. He feasts with Thal now, and Thal has seen the good in you this day. Shit, I am so sorry for your loss. Well, let's get out of here. Oh, fuck, I actually have a little bit of a tear. That's upsetting. That's really upsetting to just walk in and see her sobbing. Ah! Dead, is he? Ah, you did a good thing, friend. No use fretting over the order in which things pass. What matters is that they do pass, and nothing that passes goes unseen by the gods. There's a graveyard just near Drybone. A lot of folk bring their dead and dying this far. Many just dump them here to spare themselves the trouble and cost of a burial. This poor soul at least had family that rushed to his side. Count him lucky for that. 'Twas just his time to heed Thal's call. Best to let it go and move on. There's business what needs doing, plots, graves, embalming, tombstones. Nothing in life is free, not even death. Oh, nasty business. What do you got for me next, Tutusi? Tutusi of Camp Drybone has a deed for a daring adventure. Back for more, are you? Good, now riddle me this. In a camp such as ours, so close to a graveyard, what do you think sells faster than we can stock? Aye, flowers. To the east of here lies the remains of an enormous Goobbue, and so many plants sprout around it that you would think you'd found the Black Shroud in the middle of Thanalan. Yes! This quest! Oh my god, I love this quest! Some say the Goobbue came down from the mountains at the time of the calamity and carried with him the seeds that became all those plants, but then all I'm really after is 3 sprigs of Althic lavender. Seems simple enough, right? So, oh my god, this is a fantastic bit of lore tying back to 1.0 of Final Fantasy XIV. So, in the final days of the original version of the game, when it was known that the servers were shutting down, it was known what date it would happen, the developers and the players started to have a bit of fun with each other. The developers would start saying, hey, oh yeah, because the moon's coming down and everything's going to die, everything's kind of gone to nuts. All the creatures are running rampant, in an absolute state of panic, as you would be if the moon was falling, and they're going to overrun the cities. So the developers are just sitting in their command console, spawning a whole ton of monsters for high-level players who stuck around this far to be like, hey, we can fight these. This is an unusual event. Let's fight all these high-level monsters that are spawning and have fun. And just the players went back and forth with the devs like that, fighting off all the high-level monsters, with the devs spawning more, and they kind of worked up a little bit of a narrative around it, and it was just a really cool idea, and I wish I'd been playing MMOs back then, because as much as 1.0 sucked, that just sounds like an experience. So, in the final days of 1.0, the players, to defend the cities, specifically to defend Ul'dah from the oncoming swarms that the devs were spawning in, they all hopped on their Goobbue mounts, because you could get Goobbue mounts, and they just formed a wall around the city. And this is one of those player mounts, which died in the final battles as the moon fell. And just, God, what a cool fucking concept. That they fucking carried over something that the players organized themselves and brought it into the lore for the 2.0. It's just, it's so cool. I fucking love the development history of this game. 1.0 may have sucked, but the lore is amazing. Sorry, I'm just really excited. It's such a good concept. Let's go ahead and pick some Ulthic Lavender, and we'll go make our delivery. Josper, you're going to be actually the next quest we take on. I think we're going to go a little bit more into detail on that when we do Josper's quest. But we'll be back for you in just a moment. For now, back to Drybone. Alright, Tusi, I return with the Ulthic Lavender. Well, Satora, have you found my pretty posies? I found plenty for you. Ah, gorgeous. Well done, well done. I know not what's in that rotting Goobbue carcass, but it makes for the loveliest damn flowers I've ever laid my eyes on. When it comes to offerings, they say the rarer the flower, the happier the dead, and Ulthic Lavender is nothing if not rare. I'll be saving these to turn a pretty profit when the next burial is held at the Lichyard. Good for you. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and meet you back over at the player's Goobbue corpse, and we're gonna take on that quest from Josper. Alright there, Josper, I am here for whatever quests you have for me. What do you want to talk about? Josper is moved by the plants sprouting around the fallen Goobbue. By the gods, the life that sprouted here, I've never seen anything like it. But how could this be? Perhaps it was... Oh, hello there. Ahem, you must forgive me. I was just admiring the plants taking root about this Goobbue carcass, and... well, I suppose I forgot myself in the moment. But truly, have you ever seen such lovely flowers? I would wager that not even the wealthiest Uldans could claim to have laid eyes on their like before. Please, a favor, I beg of you. I dare not let these beauties out of my sight. But their soil is parched and the plants wilting. Would you fetch me some muddy spring water from the pond to the west? Of course, we will do whatever we can to preserve these wonderful flowers and this wonderful garden. God, it's just so... that's just such a great concept. The developers basically putting in a memorial for the players who kept going even though 1.0 sucked right up to the very end. It's this game has such a unique development history that I don't think can be replicated. To go from such a horrible, horrible experience to something that's so well beloved, even if A Realm Reborn is a little bit on the slow side, it's still, A Realm Reborn itself is still pretty dang good, I have to say. I greatly enjoy the base game. And the fact that they incorporate that into the lore is just, I don't know if it can be replicated. It's such a unique game. Please tell me you've got the water. It would be a travesty to lose this phenomenon. Don't worry, I got plenty. Perfect, this will quench the root's thirst nicely, but I fear that is not all I must ask of you. The petals and stems are covered with Vilekin eggs. Should they hatch, the larvae will devour every last leaf, petal, and stem, Please, you must remove any eggs that you find. Alright, I can do that. Let's go ahead and squash these Vilekin eggs. You are not allowed to harm these plants. They mean too much. There it is. You're buried in the bushes, so I barely saw you. And the last one is right here. Alright, Jospare, what's next? Well done yet again, my friend. I dare say we have stayed another disaster. But our job is not yet finished. Syrphid clouds still lurk among the undergrowth. If left unchecked, they will undoubtedly infest the plants with their eggs once more. Here, this sting brew is sure to bring the beast out of hiding. Pour it over any thick bramble you see and slay whatever comes forth. Alright, let's lure out the pests. And murder all of them. Level 15, oh, you're gonna be nice and easy. Taste my fist. Alright, bramble number 2. Oh, god dang it. And bramble number 3. There we are. Think that's enough, Jospare? What more can I say to express my gratitude? Through your efforts, this exceptional bit of greenery will enjoy many more vibrant days. As a botanist from Gridania, I have had the opportunity to study plants the realm over. Yet I cannot claim to have seen such verdure before. I am convinced that what we see before us sprouted from this Goobbue's death. There's a certain beauty to it all, no? A remarkable discovery. I cannot wait to finish up my research and take word back to Guildmaster Fufucha. I'm pretty sure I've seen you around the Botanist Guild, actually. Am I mistaken? I feel like I've seen you at least in the background of some Botanist Guild cutscenes. I could easily be mistaken. Alright then, with that done, I will meet you back at Drybone, where I believe the rest of our quests will be. If you're noticing a rather large time skip, I had something come up, which was related to the interruption earlier. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Everything's fine. I just had to go deal with something for a little bit. Anyways, next quest we have is All Dogs Go to Hell. Oh no! Caitlin seeks an adventure to put down some mongrels. Looking for a bit of work, are we? Well, it just so happens that I'm looking for someone to put down some mongrels. 7 of the beasts. The bloody things have nearly overrun the area to the southeast of here. They attack the locals, livestock, aught that moves. You needn't show the foul things any mercy. Alright, we've got 7 dusty mongrels to deal with, apparently causing terror around here. And we'll head out this exit. Okay, right down by Drybone, just south of the pond. Then let's go deal with it. I could eat food, but no, it's fine. I'm actually running solo on food anyway. Hopefully we get a chance to go back and do some culinary cooking soon. How far off is our next oh, you know what? Our next culinarian quest is going to be a ways off, I think. We'll get there, but not for a little while. Alright then. Dusty mongrels? I'm sorry, but y'all are causing apparently quite a bit of trouble. You're just being a bit of a menace, so you gotta go. Alright, give me that meditation. There's 2. Here's 3. There really are a lot of you around here, aren't there? Everywhere I look, I see more mongrels just waiting to be hunted. They weren't kidding about this being a problem. did that not get you? You just barely hung on with a sliver of health. Okay, one more. There we go. Okay, now we actually are killing just about all the mongrels in the area. There's just going to be one left after this. We're sure we're not killing maybe a little too many, or are they more invasive, in which case they all gotta go. Alright, well, mongrels are done. Let's head on back to Drybone. Hello there, Caitlin. I returned from the hunt. So Thanalan is plagued by 7 fewer mongrels, is it? Excellent. I lost my love to a pack of mongrels 3 years past. We were to be wed. They tore him apart. When we finally chased him off, my love was in 7 pieces. Since then, I've asked every adventurer I see pass through here to slay 7 of the beasts. My vengeance is unceasing, but if I can spare just one other bride-to-be the suffering I have known, then it will all have been worth it. That is quite the vendetta, but I understand where it's coming from. Yeah, we'll take on your quest next. Caitlin of Camp Drybone looks like a woman in need of meat. I just killed 7 damn mongrels. Did you know? You could have asked for the meat while I was doing that. It's you again. What impeccable timing. Oh, you needn't worry. I'm not going to ask you to put down any more mongrels on my dead fiancé's behalf. My fiancé is survived by a brother, though. He puts up at the Golden Bazaar, and he's asked that I bring him a load of tuco meats. I'd see to it myself, but as you well know, I must stay here to send adventurers on mongrel hunts until every last one of the bloody beasts in Eorzea is dead. Yeah, I think this is not actually just dealing with an invasive species anymore, is it? I suppose what I'm trying to say is, would you care to fell some tucos and obtain 5 chunks of their meat? Once you have enough, please deliver them to my late fiancé's brother, Benegar, at the Golden Bazaar. I understand your desire for revenge, but 3 years. You've been going for 3 years. How many of the mongrels have been killed? Are you sure that the revenge hasn't gone, like, way past where it should at this point? Alright, 5 tucos won't be an issue whatsoever. They're so weak and fragile. And easy to kill. How did that not kill you? My god. They're just slightly more durable than they probably should be. Or I'm just slightly weaker than I probably should be. And there's all 5. Alright then, next up is the Golden Bazaar, which I believe we've been to before. Yes, we definitely have. At least a few times. Including for the main story, so I'll just meet you over there. Alright, Benegar, I bring you some steak. Where's that damn tuco meat I asked Caitlin to bring? It won't be long before my patrons arrive. Yeah, she's having kind of a crisis of revenge. Caitlin has sent you? Excellent, this is more than enough tuco meat. Some miners have come to stay at the bazaar while they prospect the area for Mythril deposits. They value quantity over quality, so I'll be serving them a feast of this piss-poor meat. By the by, please don't tell me Caitlin is still standing at that same spot in Drybone, sending adventurers out to slay mongrels. Oh, she is. I told her no number of mongrel pelts or heads will bring my brother back to us. I moved on with my life. It's past time she did the same. Okay, good. At least she has people she's related to who agree that it's a little over the top. Alright, Benegar, what do you got for me in terms of quests? Benegar of the Golden Bazaar needs help finding help. Okay. How in the hells can you be wandering about without aught to do? There's opportunity here at the Golden Bazaar as there hasn't been in years. Sir, I just made a delivery to you. I speak of the massive Mythril deposit, of course. The miners I fed before are only the beginning. More and more of them will flock here in the coming week, mark my words. Until now, we've been nothing more than a small settlement, but now the sky's the limit. An inn for the Mythril miners to come would be worth a fortune, mark my words. And I mean for that fortune to be mine. The problem I've had is that I need bodies to help me build the inn, but I can't seem to find any who are willing. I've drawn up these hiring notices, hoping that they might help. Would you mind helping me to get me started by posting 5 of them up in prime locations? Okay, sure, I can help you advertise your work openings. Are you going to be paying your employees fairly? No? This is Thanolin, why would you ask such a thing? Why am I not surprised? Alright, well. A job is better than nothing, so let's go ahead and get these flyers posted up all over the place. Not sure I would call all of these prime locations. They're all close enough together that I imagine if you see one, you're going to see all of them. Why not like 2 here, 2 down at Drybone, and 1 over by the bridge to the east? That seems like it'd be a far more reasonable distribution. That way you can catch a few more travelers in a few more areas, draw them into the Golden Bazaar. Especially since refugees keep going down to Drybone looking for work. You're looking for workers! You posted all 5? You're a 12 cent, but I truly don't want to let this chance pass by. Here, take 5 more hiring notices and see them straight to the hands of whatever folk you see loitering about. Oh, we're just going to force these right into people's hands. I think you're going a little overboard and I should probably just take these down to Drybone, but whatever. You have work? I do have work. Carpenters, thank the gods, I was afraid there'd be not but mining jobs here. It's my vocation to be sure, but a man needs some variety now and then. I'll go have myself a word with this Benniger fellow. Good luck with that, hope the job works out for you and pays well. It better pay well. It's Thanolin, I'm getting my hopes up too much. I'm bored out of my gourd. Is there no work to be had in this god's forsaken place? Don't worry, there is a job coming up. Benniger's looking for able bodies, is he? I've done some woodworking in my day, might be as he'll have some use for me. There you go. Next up is you. What's this now? Ugh, letters, never learned them. Can't you just read it to me? Yeah, it's a hiring notice from Benniger. Benniger is building a new inn, no doubt to accommodate all the new people coming to the bazaar in recent days. Taking advantage of the new foot traffic is a right fine idea. Oh, I have no intention of helping Benniger, of course, but perhaps there's even greater profit to be had in stocking up the food stores. I guess you're not direct competition, so we won't be too pissed about it, but how about you? What is it? Can't you see I'm busy? I got a job notice. Benniger needs work done, does he? Seen more miners in the bazaar of late? I reckon that's got something to do with it. Rumor has it there's Mythril on the ground round here. Wonder if there's any truth to it. Perhaps there is Mythril on the ground here. And finally you. No, I don't have a moment to talk about what's this? Wait, what's this then? It is a hiring notice. Hiring hands to build a new inn? Well, that's bloody welcome news. I came here after hearing there might be Mythril in these parts, but the inn's all full and I've been living out of a tent. Suppose I could lend a hand building inns till I start digging mines? There we go. I think you're going to have plenty of workers now, Benniger. Just make sure you... I don't know why I'm even trying. Well done, Satora. Thanks to you, I have a feeling I'll have the hands I need to see my inn built. I was in a dark place after my brother died, but now I'm going to breathe life back into this bazaar. Good for you. I hope it goes well for everyone. Alright, what do you got next? Benniger has another task that needs to be done. Well, that's descriptive. There's work to be done, Satora. You haven't let me down so far. Don't start now. A miner recently come from Amagina and Sons wants a sample of stone from the eastern ruins. I have a mind to give him 5 slabs of cloud marble from the invisible city, and I need you to get them. Showing these to him would nigh guarantee a continued influx of miners to the bazaar. Alright. I feel like I should just make the delivery myself so I can actually get the money, because you sure seem to have a habit of get everyone else to do the work for you and then you take the credit. Oh well, let's go grab those samples and see if we can help out. No, Imp, I'm not fighting you. Unless you absolutely refuse to leave me alone, in which case I might have to. Are they still coming? They are still coming. All right then, fine. Okay, there's one cloud marble. Number 2 is going to be right over here. One more over here. I suspect the other player here is doing the same thing. Cloud marble here, and then one last one down there. I could be wrong. They're a little out of the way, so. Oh crap. Okay, run! Oh, dang it. I thought we had that. Now then, give me that cloud marble. And let's get back to Benniger. Benniger, I bring you the cloud marble. You really need to get into a better habit of not taking all the credit for everyone else's work, or at least not passing it off to everyone else. Have you got all the cloud marble samples I need, Satora? I do indeed. So this is the cloud marble I've heard so much about. Gods, look at the glimmer in this stone. I must admit I'd never seen it for myself. I'd only heard tell of it. I see now why the Mythril rumors have risen. Now, you listen to me, you bloody rock. The Golden Bazaar is counting on you. If this talk of Mythril turns out to be a farce, I swear by the 12 I'll dig up every last pebble of you myself, grind you to powder, and sell you to the Chocobo stables to sop up any piss and runny shite. Yes, well, sorry about that. It's just that ever since the war saw the road to Alamigo cut off, the Bazaar has fallen on tough times. It is a waypoint choked off from its way, and is now little more than a point. But I will not let it be so. I'm going to make the Golden Bazaar golden once more. From there, I'll become one of the richest men in Thanalan. Then I'll finally be able to give Caitlin the life those mongrels stole from her. She's held on to the memory of my brother for so long, she's become blind to the people who care for her. People like, well, I don't suppose you could keep that last bit from Caitlin, could you? Wait, I thought this was just you caring for your dead brother's fiancé. Were the brothers rivals in love? Uh-oh. Concerning, just a little bit. Alright, before we go and switch on over to our next class, because we hit level 21, let's see. No, Spirit Bond's ready to go. Then in that case, our next class is going to be Thaumaturge. Lulolo, what do you got for me? Actually, real quick. Does Thaumaturge have any equipment that needs to have its Spirit Bond pulled out? Looks like that's a yes, actually. Give me that from the weathered ring we get. Oh, you're not going to tell me. Lovely. Let's see. What can we meld now? What did that give us? Quick Tongue. Ooh, that is really good. We'll put it in the... Yeah, we'll put it in the Ash Mask. So all of the spellcasters can make use of that. That is a good bit of materia for spellcasters. Anyways, Lulolo. Lulolo of the Golden Bazaar wants the Vandalous imps terrorizing her dig site to be put down. I thought miners were hard and rugged souls. I had no idea they could be so craven. You look like someone who can handle herself. Care to kill some pests for a Lullafellan lady? I'm supposed to be leading a dig among the ruins east of here for Mythril deposits, but once the miners I hired saw the Vandalous imps in the area, they all turned tail and fled. Slay some of the bloody buggers for me, would ya? 4 dead imps should keep the others away and put the miners' minds at ease. Alright, let's go hunt us some imps. That shouldn't be too bad. They're just imps after all. Alright, open with a thunder. Go right into fire. And let's get going. You know, I appreciate that the Vandalist imp is kind of holding its distance. I know that's because the imp can attack from range, but, well, I like not having them get up in my face when I'm playing a Thaumaturge. Oh, you get back here. You know what? Thunder can take care of it. One more imp will finish off the deed. And we're good. Alright, let's get back to Lululo. Let her know that the imps have been cleared. And there is now a clear path to get to the invisible city. Hello there, Lululo. I come to you with good news. You adventurers never cease to prove your worth. Now I can get those cowardly miners back to doing the only thing they're good for, digging. The Mythril veins are still no more than rumors, but if every miner flees at the slightest sign of danger, we'll never know for sure. I mean, I may need to hire you on a regular basis to cull those bloody imps. I fear it'll be quite a while yet before any proper mining can be done. Yeah, you're not gonna get me on a regular basis. This was a one-time thing. Listen, I've got other people I need to help all over the place. Lululo of the Golden Bazaar once more seeks an adventure to kill the beast that vex her. It seems the 12 are intent on plaguing me all my days. Before with imps and now with earth sprites. I ordered a haul of digging tools from a merchant to the north. He was headed down from the Black Shroud when the earth sprites overtook him. Luckily, he was able to escape back to Camp Drybone with his life. I need you to make that road safe, friend. Put down 3 of these earth sprites to keep the others at bay and ease the minds of any traveling merchants. Once the deed is done, find the merchant Reromaki at Camp Drybone and tell him to bring his haul the rest of the way here. Okay, then. Looks like we gotta cull some earth sprites. Ah, yes, I see plenty of them over here. I can see how they're causing a problem with this many. We got 2 here, and then I think there's another half dozen down that way if you keep going down the hill. But we'll take care of the ones closest to the Golden Bazaar first. Alright, just one more earth shard will do the trick. Yeah, we found 2 of them well before even reaching the point where they're actually spawning, so there's definitely going to be quite a few lurking around here. I'm surprised they're so sparse over on this section though. I would have thought they would have been littering the entire road if some of them have made it that close to the Golden Bazaar. Here we go, there's another one. And again, we're still not to where they're actually supposed to be spawning at. Alright then, let's go report to the merchant, Reromaki. Let them know the road is clear. Alright, there you are. Oh, you're the one with the chocobo that I said hi to earlier. Quet to you indeed, chocobo friend. You fought off the sprites? Gods bless you for that, stranger. Lulula will have her tools. I fled here out of fear for my life, but I've come to regret that. Have you taken a look about? There are bodies littering the ground. Dead bodies. Yeah, I see one over there, actually, in the back. I've no desire to stay here any longer than I must. Once I see to it my bird's fit for travel, I'll be making for the Golden Bazaar. Yeah, things around here don't seem like they're doing all that well. Yikes. Alright, well, that clears up all of the quests available for us at the Golden Bazaar for the time being, and I don't think there's actually going to be any more in the future. I think we're done with the Golden Bazaar, so let's see. One last stop for side quest before we have finished off for the day. And that is going to take us up to the Church of Saint Adama Landama. Now, I don't know why I'm even checking. Obviously, we're not going to be anywhere near new Spirit Bond or new equipment. Now then, actually, real quick while I'm thinking about it, I think we may have picked up a special reward from a previous side quest? I'm probably mistaken, actually. I'm not seeing it, so yeah, I'm probably mistaken, but I thought that the side quest we did earlier involving the Goobbue would probably give us a special reward, and I'm not seeing it. I know that that reward exists. Just thought it would be from that quest, and it's apparently not. I'm gonna have to take a look around and see if I can figure out what quest actually gives that, because I could have sworn it was the one for helping protect the Goobbue corpse. Alright, over here we have two different quests we can start with. Let's go with Errol first. Dead bodies everywhere. Oh. Sister Errol of the Church of Saint Adama Ladama has her hands full with the Order's work. Be welcome to the Church of Saint Adama Landama. I am Sister Errol. I gather you are on no pilgrimage. You look to be an adventurer. If so, might I impose on you to help to tend to the Lichyard while you are here with us? The graves here far outnumber we who keep them. Alone, we cannot possibly do all that needs done. Would you see to gathering up all the old offerings currently lying about outside? I made note of at least 6 during my last round through the yard. Sure, I can help out with that. Gather up the old offerings, which have probably gone bad by now. Oh yeah, there's no need to keep empty wine bottles lying around. We got more over here. Do people really just offer up all sorts of drinks? I guess. I guess it's just not, it's not what I'm familiar with. Alright, there's 3. Here's number 4. There's 5 over there, and 6 over by those 2. I'm realizing this particular episode is probably going to end up being exceptionally long, but you know what? It's fine. We can stand to have a long side questing episode every now and then. Alright, Errol, I've done the collection work. Were you able to gather the old offerings? I was indeed. Thank you. Would that there were naught else to be done. I must see to collecting the weathered vases, urns, and ewers before long. The dead sleep soundest in a tidy grave. I have no shortage of work to offer, should you care to take it. Speak to me again whensoever you feel compelled. Sure, I can do that. What other work do you got for me? Sister Errol has work for a willing adventurer once more. So you wish to honor the dead once more. Excellent. Make offerings of these Nymea lilies at some of the simpler graves in the Lichyard. The poor souls died alone, you see, with no one left to grieve for them. There are 5 such graves scattered about the Lichyard that I would have you tend to. And remember, friend, mind your surroundings and pay the proper respect with each bundle of lilies. You're all they have. Ah, somber work. Lovely. Alright, well, let's go make these offerings. Honestly, you, friend, got a pretty big grave for having no one left to grieve for you. Good for you, honestly. I hope you're resting well. Next up is you. Next grave is going to be... There you are. Okay, looks like the next one is going to be up this hill. I guess we're not really going up the hill, are we? It's just going back around back. And then the final grave. Just around this corner, I suspect. There you are. Alright, well then, hopefully that helps them all to rest peacefully, knowing that people still think about them. Let's go back and report back to Errol. Once more, you have my thanks. No doubt the souls of the departed can take some small comfort in the care you have shown their graves. In days gone by, the Lichyard was a small, humble plot, but that all changed after the calamity. The dead grew in number, and so the yard grew with them. It is still simple despite its size. Of course, it's that self-same simplicity that keeps it from becoming more a priority for the Order. We can ill afford to assign adequate numbers to its keeping, just as we cannot charge the poor to bury or be buried. Yet that does not stop the many who come calling to see their dead put to rest here. Those few of us who tend the yard haven't the time to see to the offerings our piety demands. The simple graves you visited belong to those who died alone. Let us pray the sweet fragrance you delivered grants some modicum of relief from their lonely solitude, if even for a short while. Alright. That finishes off Errol's set of quests. Next up, Esmer. What do you got for me? Esmer needs an exterminator at the Church of Saint Adama Landama. An exterminator? Oh dear, what happened? You have troubled yourself to come all this way. I wonder if I might not trouble you a bit further. As you well know, we keep a Lichyard here. The scent of death's decay draws blowfly swarms which are as unclean as they are unwelcome. Slay 5 of these pestilent swarms, and the church will be in your debt. Alright, I can do that. Just some blowflies. That does not sound bad in the slightest. Though there's 5 of them. Lovely. Alright, there's 1 down. Any more up here before we start heading down the hill? No. Okay, we're good. Dang, my fire ran out just in time. Gosh dang it. I was a second away from extending that. Oh well. Next up will be you. Ooh, we are officially out of MP. Please, ice, give me more. There we go. Okay, just 2 more to go. Oh, shoot, I already did switch. I didn't need to switch again. There we go. And 1 more. God, there's way more than just the 5 you asked me to hunt. Are you sure this is sufficient? Like, are you absolutely sure this is sufficient hunting? Or are we just gonna let or are we just gonna let them keep hanging out around here? I suppose there's only so much we can do, but still. They're not that hard to kill. I could go for a few more. Alright, Desmore, I have finished the task. Thank you, friend. If the swarms were to spread their pestilence at this church unchecked, before long we would need to mourn the mourning. For the time being, at least, the grieving can pray in peace for their dead to cross over safely. Thal bless you. Of course, anything to help. Also, we are starting to get dyes as a reward, so that's nice. Can make use of that for our glamours. And Edward, you have our final quest for the day. Edward wants to make a tombstone for his late sister. You're one of them venture folk, ain't ya? I'd be much obliged for a little help. I'd like to make a tombstone for my kid sister who passed away, you see. But I ain't got the guild to get it done. I hear there's nice rocks for the taking aways from here, but I ain't old enough to fend off no wild beasts or such. Was hoping for a bit of cloud marble. She really would have liked that. Crops right up out of the ground to the east of here, they say. If you could find a bit and see it to Brother Esmer, me and my sis would be ever so grateful. Oh, you're so young! No! This is depressing! I hate this! Alright, well, looks like we're going back to the... Oh, we're not going to the Invisible City. We can find some cloud marble even closer. Well, that's a relief. That's a huge relief. Alright then, Cloud Marble. Oh, you are a massive chunk. I sense something's around here, though. Yep, alright. Hello there, Tuco-Tucos. We are not doing this today. You stay away from that Cloud Marble. I need it for a grave. Oh, God. Now, if only they could actually hit each other. That'd be very funny. Yeah, I should have moved. Oh well, it's fine. They weren't doing that much damage. Alright, got ourselves the Cloud Marble. Let's go make the delivery. Yeah, this episode is probably going to be approaching an hour 20. Oh no. I'm so sorry about its length. Hey, at least we're getting these quests all out of the way, and this is the last one for the day. So we will be nice and caught up with what's available. Well, with what's available and what we're kind of intended to do at this point in the story. Esmer, I bring you Cloud Marble for a grave. Have you business here again, friend? I do. Cloud Marble to make into a tombstone for Edward's sister? Ah, that boy is nothing if not trouble. It was all I could do to convince him not to go looking for a stone on his own. Still, I suppose it cannot be helped, and losing a loved one is never easy. Thank you for your part in this. I will see the marble is used as Edward wishes. Alright, hear that, Edward? Your sister is getting a grave. Gods, you adventurers sure are kind folk. Now all I need is coin for the funeral. I'm gonna stay here at the church for a bit and help out. Wouldn't be right to leave everything up to someone else. It'll mean more to my sis if I do what I can on my own. Brother Esmer and Sister Errol are good folk too. They say I don't need no guild to bury my sis here, but I know how it works. It'll take coin to send her over to Thal proper. Oh, this kid. You're a good kid. Please don't stress yourself too much. The work ethic is definitely admirable, but please let yourself grieve. Alright then, with that done, next time on Final Fantasy XIV. It is time to finally no longer keep them waiting. It is time to select a grand company. I bet people are wondering which grand company I'm picking. You can probably guess which one I'm not picking, but between the other two, which one is it? I suppose we'll find out next time just who I'm going to be joining. I'll see everyone next time for that.